Good morning. It's morning time.
Good morning.
For BackChat.
Hell.
Straight off the bat, we usually
Early
record
morning.
Monday nights, but it's Monday morning, and times are different. It feels weird.
I'm still having a Coke Zero.
And your voice is doing this. What's happening? Why? It's 10 a.m.
It's 10 a.m. Yeah.
Is that too early for a Coke Zero? Do you think,
Well,
Hamish?
I was looking for a water and there wasn't any in the fridge.
There's
and
some.
Coke Zero is mostly water. One would have to imagine.
That's
So-
true. I think there's no
I'm
rules
feeling
with
good.
soda. You can drink it at any time. It's
Well, that's the-
alcohol. That's the one that's,
Well, I'm off the beers, mate. So that's
how's
why.
that been over the weekend?
Shit.
Yeah.
Yep. Sucked. Went to the footy on the weekend. Watched the Derby. Worst game of football ever.
Oh, you needed a few.
And I
beers
was
to get
sitting
through
there
that
sober as a judge.
one.
Like, fuck. That was tough.
What'd you have?
I had a Pepsi Max.
Great.
Because you walked in today and you sounded hungover.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say you looked hungover. That's a bit harsh,
that
but you
would've
definitely
hurt me.
sounded hungover.
Mm.
You're off the beers.
I'm off them.
So I think we should keep a log of your win-loss record whilst off the beers. You're currently 0-1.
Yep.
You lost on the weekend.
Yep, we
I
did.
hope that improves to be a positive alignment.
So do I. Yeah, it was really disappointing. And it was a perfect day yesterday.
Yeah, it was.
And one of my mates texted me saying,
Oh,
do you want to go play lawn bowls or something? What a day for it. And I said, well, obviously I'd fucking love to do that.
wow.
But I'm not going to play lawn bowls and not having a pint, so I'm not going.
Wow. So you've removed yourself from fun social.
Well, no, I went and played golf instead. I went and played 9 holes
Okay.
and didn't have a beer. But it was just, when you have too much coffee and sometimes you go like this? That was me yesterday,
Yes.
which is
The
signs of
shakes.
alcoholism. But I was, anyway,
Withdrawal.
I'm
You're
off
reining
it.
it in, getting ready for a
Feeling good. Yep.
finals run.
Mm.
BackChat podcast, of course, powered by Fleet Network. Our
Yeah.
friends over there doing great things in the novated lease area.
Yeah, novated.
of the novated of the world.
Go and see him. Go and have a
go
chat
see
to
him.
Frank and Garrick. Go and have a chat to the boys. Garrick, I'm waiting for my Tesla. It has not been delivered.
Okay. Yeah, Garrick, me too. I'd like a Tesla as well if that's on offer.
Don't need one, mate. Feeling
Okay.
good.
Okay.
I'm all right.
You still you haven't been driving Betsy around?
The Beatsy? No. I'm driving my Hilux, mate.
It's got a
Okay.
nice little arrangement down
Upgrade.
there. East Perth.
Very nice.
I do, yeah.
Let's just get straight into the Matildas. That was a bloody
Why
ripper
wouldn't
of
we
a
get
game
straight into
over
it?
the weekend. They're just doing us proud, doing good things in the Women's World Cup. Bloody awesome game.
Where did you watch it?
At a friend's house. TV outside, had one of those setups.
Which friend?
A friend of my wife's.
Were you in? So was your wife's friend or your friend?
Well, no, I'd say that she's close enough now where I consider her my own friend, but originally Beck's friend, yeah.
Okay, so
When's her birthday?
It was for her birthday, which is on this Wednesday. Thank you very much.
There you go.
August
Actually.
the 16th.
Really?
that,
You're gonna
Hannah.
stick it up, you
No,
ass,
mate,
Hannah.
hang on a minute. I'm just quizzing you on your friend.
All right. When's Dan's birthday?
Don't know.
Not my mate.
I do, but I'm just not
When's
saying.
Will's
I'm not out
birthday?
there. I'm not out there saying that I know birthdays.
But
24th of January.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that that's my thing. I'm a phone
Thanks,
number guy.
mate.
I'll remember your phone
When's
numbers.
mine?
no idea. Knowing someone's birthday does not dictate your friendship level. Just so we get that out
No, I
there.
get that. I'm just asking Dan.
Do you know anyone's other than family, outside of your family, whose birthdays do you know?
Joel Constable's.
You, Joel.
Fuck you, Joel.
4th of July, Independence Day.
That's very
Fuck
good.
you, Joel.
Matilda's bloody.
Did you get up and about when they won? Like we're seeing scenes from all around the country. Like were you?
I had just that.
Carry on.
I was like, it was too intense to celebrate.
I didn't want to watch it.
Yeah, I just thought I feel like as an Australian, right, we're never given those games. Like it's always like we always lose in the penalty shootout, or I don't know. I felt like we're gonna lose this. That was my feeling
I was
the
on
entire
the
time.
same. I was in the same areas.
Yeah,
Especially when it went over the original 5 penalty takers. I was like, this is not good.
Yeah.
We dominated the whole second half.
yeah.
And I cracked the shits. I stopped watching it with in the middle part of the penalties because it was making me too nervous.
Yeah.
The game, the Derby, you were playing, Hammer, so you didn't get to watch it, did you?
No, so I played, lost at the Wacker, drove into Optus, got there at like 5:45.
Oh,
So
right.
parked the car, I was driving in, I was walking in and heard everyone just erupting. And I was like, oh, West Coast must have kicked a goal. And I was like, the game doesn't start for like 30 minutes. Realised they were watching the Matildas in there. And was waiting for my uncle and my cousin at the gate and they had it on TVs in there. So I was watching in there. So I watched
Right, so you did get to see it.
I watched about the last 4 or 5 penalties.
Great.
Yeah.
So Fox Footy coverage starts at 6 p.m, 10-minute intro, and then the game started at 6:10. So I reckon the shootout ended at 6:04, I reckon, because usually on Fox Footy, they go upstairs. Adam Papalia brings you into the broadcast. And welcome to the Derby. Gives a big pump up off to stadium. But for this specific one, because I had Matty Pavlich and Will Schofield, a couple of legends from each club,
Yep.
I was also there. They came straight to us off the back of the intro, big sort of montage of, West Coast great season that they've had,
Yep.
a bit of Sylvester Stallone, montage type areas.
Yeah, wow.
They came straight to us. It was about 6:02, and Matt Pavlich, welcome to the Derby. Derby 157 or whatever it was.
157.
5-7, and everyone's gone nuts. It was like, welcome to the Derby, 5-7.
Audience.
Pav's trying to stay in character. Professional man he is. Great operator. Been doing media a lot longer than I have.
Serious as a shitting dog. You ever seen a dog poo? Just doesn't really change its facial expression too much.
He has stayed right down the line, and I've gone completely off script and started watching the game behind us. We're live on TV, on national TV. Pav, French have just missed it. They've just missed it, Pav. Pav's like, yeah, it's such a great build up here to Derby 57. Splits the nation, splits the country, whatever we do. Anyway, I'm like absolutely switched off from what Pav's talking about. Next comes about, it's the I've forgotten her name.
Fine.
Yeah, Vine. Vine's stepping
Courtney
up to
Vine.
kick it. Courtney Vine stepping up to kick it and absolutely nails it. Crowd goes wild.
Yeah.
Pav's still trying to intro the matchups and talk about things. Oh, we're through to the semi-finals, Pav. Don't worry about that, mate. It was great. I was
Who
up and
cares
about.
about a 13v15 or 13v18 derby or whatever it was?
Been a lot of chat about women's
Tilts.
sport, and I understand the chat around that, and there hasn't been a lot of attention, and this has broken all records. I know you got some numbers there in front of you.
Yeah, 4.9 million viewed the eclipse any television broadcast of the past 2 decades, including AFL and NRL grand finals.
But what was the best before it?
Uh,
It's written there, and we spoke about it.
Ash Barty's Australian Open win,
Yep, and again.
and then Kathy Freeman.
There you go.
The only
Kathy
thing-
Freeman, 2000. Both women.
Yeah.
Anyway, what I do think, women's sport, non-women's sport, you're working in the AFLW right
It's
now.
patriotism, mate. Let's get to the bottom of it.
Thank you very much. And it's not only patriotism, it's also good sportism. They're
Correct.
good at their
Good
sport.
sporting patriotism.
If they got knocked out in the qualifying stages, no one would give a shit. And it's
Yep.
not because they're women, it's not because men, Australia, it doesn't matter. They're no good. They're good.
Yeah.
They play good soccer, and it's great to watch.
Yep, they play
and
good
everyone,
soccer. They've got the best soccer player on the planet.
And
It's
it's-
just like,
What are you going to watch?
Yeah.
It's uncharted territory. They've never done it before.
Correct. Yeah.
So it's
get right around on
Get right
Wednesday.
around
I
it.
think I could be on bloody. I'm going to Melbourne. That's why we're doing this one early. I'm going to Melbourne this evening, and I have a flight back Wednesday.
What time?
What time's the game start?
6 o'clock.
Perth time.
Yes.
Oh boy, wowee! I believe I'm in the air.
Well, you
I
could
think-
be watching it like some people did on the weekend.
Yes.
Right? There was a plane full of people watching the penalty shootout. Nick, you got a video of this. It's pretty good scenes there.
You seen this, Hammer?
yeah.
Whole plane just watching penalty
Plane,
shootouts. It's one of the most
plane,
important
plane.
moments in sporting history in
Were
Australia.
you on this flight, Hamish?
Yeah, it looks like Hamish Brayshaw sitting in 17D.
Every screen on that plane has the Matildas on it, bar one, and I think it's your head watching it. Do you know what they were watching?
No.
It's Lord of the Rings. It's the final scene, like the bed scene of Frodo in the bed when Gandalf comes in.
The entire flight is watching the Matildas. And there's one bloke
person.
watching Lord of the Rings having the best.
Was it the flight that obviously landed? It's
I don't know.
4 hours into the movie.
He's like, mate, finish the Lord.
I've got this far.
Oh, jeez.
That
very
is
good.
pretty
So it was a
funny.
good ending? You
Yeah,
enjoyed it?
beautiful ending,
Yeah,
mate.
okay.
Great film.
Very good. So yeah, this
Great film.
this Wednesday is so. What if they win this? Do they go into the World Cup final?
That's
Is
right,
that-
Dan.
Yeah, right.
That's absolutely right,
And
Dan.
you know what also happens on Wednesday? The men's basketball World Cup starts.
No one
and it's
gives
your
a
friend's, your best friend's birthday as well,
Yeah,
apparently.
that's true. Yeah,
No
Nicole.
one gives a shit about the basketball. You
No,
know
they
why?
do.
No.
Because we're shit.
Yes.
But
Thank
you
you.
know, no, we're not shit.
We're actually pretty good
No,
at
we're,
basketball.
we're
aren't we?
really good. They actually moved the time of the game. It was scheduled to be at 7
It's a,
o'clock
pra-
or
it's a
something.
practice match. Of course
And they moved. No, I think it's first game of the World
no,
Cup.
it's a
or
lead-up
something.
match, mate.
Oh, okay.
And
Well, there
it's
you
like-
go.
and it's
So they
like-
moved it to 3:30 or something, so that
Good. I
Matildas
saw
could.
Paddy Mills was up and about it.
Yeah, well done.
No, if the Boomers start performing, right, and they start
They just won bronze at the
they
Olympics.
start giving us some pride as a nation,
They
then
won bronze.
we'll get around them. But at this stage, I can't support that side right now.
They
When
won
we've got Australians
rose gold.
that don't even want to play in the team, is that right? Is there Australians playing right now?
Ben
That-
Simmons.
Ben Simmons doesn't want to play. Kyrie Irving, technically Australian. You know, Melbourne, Australia's had the most number 1 draft picks in the history of the NBA.
Really?
Yeah.
As a city?
As a city.
Bogut?
Yep. Bogut, Simmons, Irving. Both born in Melbourne, Australia. All three
I feel
born
like the
in
record
Melbourne.
should be more than 3. I mean, it's a
No.
good effort.
In terms of cities, Melbourne, Australia's
Does
had the
Joe
most
Ingles
number
still
1
play?
draft pick.
Joe Ingles is playing. It's got a 1-year little
The Jingleberry.
retirement
Didn't they
deal.
sack Dellavedova? I think got it.
He didn't
Nah,
make
that
the
was
full
silly.
squad. Yeah,
That was silly.
Sacked him. There's some new rashies coming out, and I'm really excited about it. We've got to talk about it. So, when you go to the beach, you chuck your rashie on, you get your
do.
billabong or
You
your
do.
rip curl.
You
with
do.
your
Can you talk us through some of the,
Yeah,
is that what we're talking
Mumbo.
Mumbo.
Mumbo, was that a brand?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hot tuna.
Hot tuna.
What was
Get
your
rashie.
favourite, like growing up?
There was a dog surfing on one. I think it was a Mumbo.
That's a Mumbo, yeah.
Mumbo.
Yeah, great one. I also had a
Mambo? I think it's
I had a hot.
Mambo.
I had a hot tuna.
You had a hot tuna?
I was a hot tuna rashie.
Did you guys go the short sleeve or the
I
long
feel like
sleeve?
long
I
sleeve,
feel like I've
yeah.
been a rodent cooter, like the sales. They got the Mambo, they got the hot tuna, they got the billabong.
Bras. That ad.
great.
Very good ad.
So,
But there's
talk about the
AFL rashies. Finally, they've listened. The crowd's been calling for it. Some AFL themed rashies.
So this is in the
I'm going to
rundown.
cop that.
This is in the rundown.
Yeah.
And happy to it. I mean, it's public knowledge, right?
I believe so.
You know whose company this is.
Well, yeah,
Are we allowed to say it?
I think so.
Yeah. Xavier Ellis and Jack Redden are making these rashies.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Smart.
So what
They
are
listen
they?
to the people.
What are they?
They're rashies that look like the team top.
No, they are the team top. They're official AFL merch.
Bloody
They've got their
good.
license, mate.
I'm going to be repping a long sleeve. I think I've only seen kids wearing them, so hopefully they have adult sizes.
Well,
Because they're
after
for
Fat Chat,
children.
you'll be down to a big
a
kid
junior
size, yeah.
16.
So you're going to wear a West Coast rash. You feel
Absolutely.
enough pride in your team at this moment in time.
Well, I'm not going to wear any other team.
No, that's fair, but you don't have to wear a team one. But did you have
Can you get numbers on the back?
I hope so.
whose number would you put on the back?
Uh,
Who's your favourite West Coast player?
of all time,
No, right now in the team. Who's your favourite?
obviously.
Sorry, that's a stupid question.
Stupid question.
I'd get number 7. Absolutely.
I think I could probably get you in a number 44 for GWS.
David Wirapunda.
Jack Buckley.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
GWS.
Sorry, I wasn't listening to GWS. Noah Long. Is he 44?
No, along's 44. Yeah,
I could get around 44.
Okay. All right,
pretty
so
confident Jack Buckley's 44.
So official team Rash
Official
Fest
team
are
Rash
out.
Fest. About
Well done,
bloody
Xavier.
time they
Jack.
listen to the crowd.
Yeah, great work.
A lot
Tony.
of people have been calling for it, and it's just good.
I
to
might
see.
contact those boys to see if we can get a little pre-release.
Ooh.
Maybe have you do an episode in one.
Yes. Absolutely.
That would be pretty
In.
funny. Yeah,
We
Jack
could team
Buckley's
up.
44.
Can you call him now?
With Swimply.
Yes.
Wow.
Swimply and I can't remember their company name, but official AFL Rash Fest
Yeah.
collab.
All right. Going to be
That's
wearing
the collab that everyone's been waiting for, isn't it?
going to be wearing a rashie this summer. Also this summer, we're as a collective going to be diving into something new.
Yeah, like he doesn't know what this is.
You don't know what this
Nope.
is.
I don't
Nick,
often know
why
what
don't you
things
just get
are.
the video up? Let's watch this video.
Just watch, and then we'll tell you what we're watching, right?
Sure.
Yeah, we can. Just watch this. Just watch this sport. We're gonna have to talk through it for those of you not watching along. This is it sort of looks like a soccer pitch set up in a volleyball. My God, volleyball type setup. It is incredible. I don't know.
5-a-side, is it?
5-a-side. I don't know what sort of ball they're using. To me, the naked eye looks like a Wabooba ball. It is
And
zinging
he's
around.
fucking humming.
It is zinging around. They are flicking around. They are
Looks like
popping
it
it
can
up. It
bounce.
looks like it can bounce. They're smacking it over the net. Look at the defensive coverage back
Look at
there.
the crowd.
There is a huge crowd. This is Brazil v Switzerland. This is an international sport. It is one of the great rallies of all time.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what I'm watching here.
To keep talking, what do you see here?
So I'm seeing a red team versus a blue team. I'm seeing a pitch the size of probably maybe 2 tennis courts.
Crowd's going wild.
It's probably 2 tennis
Look at this
courts.
stuff.
Yeah.
And there's a net in the middle, and I think it's like soccer volleyball, but they're using their hands. And
What are they specifically
It's allowed
using?
to bounce.
What do they specifically look like they're doing to the ball?
Just clubbing the fucking shit out of
Clubbing?
it. Like it is coming down with some serious velocity and some
Yes.
serious power. I'm noticing that there's not many guys at the net trying to block it because it's coming in real hot. But like it's this fucking rally's going for a long time.
I can tell you right now, Hamish Brayshaw, you are watching the one and only Fistball. That is right. You say clubbing, I say spoiling.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
ru-
fisting.
Well, fisting. Brazil has won the international championship of fistball. It is the international fistball
up and about.
championships. The rules of this game are still a little bit unclear to me.
That's okay.
Basically, one I do understand is the only way you're allowed to touch the ball is if your hand is in a fist. And so
The ultimate backman's game.
as far as I can see, this is fucking built for backmen.
Yeah.
Look, there's a bit of stuff going on behind the scenes here at BackChat, but Julian, our number one man behind the video content we're putting out at the moment here on BackChat, he's found this sport. And to say that I'm very excited.
He's an understatement.
Did you like what you see there?
That was, I mean, I did. I didn't know what was happening. I thought people were using feet. I thought it was just, the ball was humming.
Fists only.
Fists only.
You can be sent off in this game for slapping the ball. You must at all times have a fist. It's called a dishonorable. It's called a dishonorable serve. You get effectively ejected from the game if you do not spoil fist the ball. Fistball. Keep that sport on your mind. Go and have a look at it if you are interested.
Fistball.
One of the best sports I've seen. I don't know what sort of Australian representation is about there, but
we can get a team going.
I've got some ideas, Hamish.
Let's go. When's the Olympics in Brazil? 2032? Sorry, not Brazil.
When's
Brisbane.
When's
Paris
the next
24.
Olympics? Paris
28.
Brisbane 28?
Paris
Or
is
is
about
it
14
the
months
next
away.
Because when's
Brisbane's
Fistball getting?
32.
Brisbane 32. Let's get a Fistball team going.
Great.
Fistball
really
2032. You'll be a bit older by then. It'll be tough.
I've got some ideas. I'm going to have to talk to patrons about it after this.
We got some
but I've
ideas. We're starting a Fistball tournament.
I've got a question.
ESPN 10.
The Ocho.
Very good.
Wow.
A question for both of you, and this question was asked of me over the weekend, and I didn't quite know how to answer it, and I tried to answer it, but I couldn't come up with enough answers. Why do footballers take so much time off during the year? Like regular people go to work 48 weeks a year. Maybe sometimes they don't even take holidays. Maybe they work through 52 if they're intense.
Wow.
9 hours a day, 9 to 5, whatever it is. Footy players seem to just
Do fuck all.
for 4 months of the year work, and then for the rest of it, what are they doing?
It's a great question.
So why?
You did propose this via text to me over the weekend, and you said it quite aggressively, which is fine. But it was sort of, it wasn't a nice, curious question. It was like...
So during the week, right? So your peak West Coast career, right? What was your weekly schedule like?
It's pretty good, actually. I was reminiscing about this during the week. Look, okay, you play on the weekend. Okay. So one of the days of the week. One of the days of the week you play.
Yep.
So 3 hours. The day directly after is pretty much off. You do a recovery.
Yeah.
Monday,
Not a lot.
Not a lot, but you review the game.
You're reviewing the game. You're sitting down in a meeting. Yeah.
How long?
30 minutes, 40 minutes.
So then by that stage, you need just a half day at the club. So Tuesdays you have from 8 till 12, but 12 you cannot be at the club after 12. So
it's illegal. That's right.
Well, you can be.
Play union.
There's mandates around this. You need a block of 4 hours to go and do other things outside of football.
Sure.
Tuesday half day. Wednesday's a big day.
Oh, Wednesday's a massive day. Yeah, huge.
8 to train from 8 till 11:30.
Have lunch.
Couple hour lunch break.
Hour and a half lunch.
Then review. And then
come back for a team meeting. Yeah, and then wait. So maybe you're out of there at 4 o'clock.
Some people don't even lift weights.
So by the time that happens, though, you need a full day off. Thursdays
off. You're off. You don't come in Thursdays. You have to recharge.
Okay.
Recharge the batteries.
Need to refresh. Yeah.
So you've had 3 days off in the
week. We're coming close to game day now. So Friday.
Half day.
Not even half day.
Quarter day.
You just got to
captain's run.
You've charged the batteries. Now you're trying to get some,
fine tuning the batteries.
Yeah.
So fine tuning.
So Fridays,
a lot of talk around captain's run.
Your captain's run.
What even goes on?
Not a lot,
mate. Not a lot. It's a captain's run it's a glorified walk.
Yeah.
You can decide at what speed you go. There is no one telling you.
And a coach is there, or is it the captain's in charge?
Coaches are there, but no one's telling you to go hard. If you want to get out there and just walk and kick a couple of footies, you can do that.
A general
and
captain's
goes for
run,
15 minutes.
There's a warm up. You might do one sort of, like a
West Coast Eagles have been doing the same captain's run for 15 years.
You do like a star handball.
5-star handball.
5-star handball and kick a goal on the whistle.
Yep.
And then you go out into a full ground drill where there's no defenders and you just run around the ground.
Kick the ball and you run at your own pace. If you want to stand in one spot, catch a couple of footies. Pretty much, yeah. Circle work for 5 minutes.
Probably worse than I was
Then you have a couple of set shots.
But by the time that's over,
you're knackered by that point.
It's really time to charge the batteries because there's no more at the club.
That's 9 to about 10:30.
Yeah. By 11, you're home. Oh, you do it. You find out who's in the team.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh, you're also recovering. You're in the ice baths and the spa and the sauna.
But then it's game.
You're at a day spa.
But then it's game day. So I mean, if we use the weekend just gone, it was a 6-10 game. So of course, from when you wake up at 8 a.m, you do absolutely nothing until you're ready to play from 6 till 9, and then Starts all over again. Sunday day off, Monday half day. So look, not presenting a great deal of positivity around what we actually do as footballers.
It's capitalism at its finest.
I would
Get paid for the work people want to watch, people want to pay.
I'll try and make an argument for it.
Okay.
The elite level, it is a physical job.
Yeah.
You cannot use your body at the elite level 24 hours a day. You need to rest.
Correct.
At some point.
Not even. What's 9 to 5? What's that?
The difference between
what's that?
24
8 hour
hours
day. You
and
can't
2
do
hours.
that. You can't do the elite level 8 hours a day. Even.
Like there's guys trying to. Timmy Franklin is running around the world right now. He is running from
Shout out
6
Tim.
Shout out. He's running from 6 a.m. probably to 5 p.m. He looks cooked.
Yeah, he does.
He looks as you would be. He's running around the world. That's not what you're doing as AFL player.
Nah, you're not.
You need to be able to perform at a high level, and your body cannot withstand that load or that amount of training in your legs and your body to perform for 3 hours. It's highly tuned athletes.
Correct.
So you can't do it. If you did that, you wouldn't be able to play on the weekends. So your literal job, you wouldn't be able to do.
That is true.
That's why.
Okay.
You're also
But why doesn't the season go for like 40 weeks?
It's a great question.
I actually can't answer that.
No, I can't answer that either.
Did you try to defend us?
Yeah,
this person?
So this is my wife. She's like,
Fair.
how long's the season? Somehow it came up, and I was like, they played 22 games. She's like, that's less than half the year. And I was
NFL
like,
football
no,
is
but it's like
way shorter.
peak physical condition, like blah, blah, blah. You know, if they're playing more games, then the body will break down. It'll be less competitive.
Because like in the off season, we don't do nothing.
No, you don't do nothing. You're still
train.
staying fit. Yeah.
So why wouldn't we just be playing? Why wouldn't you just do 40 weeks?
It's a great question.
What's the actual reason?
Basketball do like 82 regular season games.
Yeah, and they play 3 to 4 times a week.
Yeah, but
sometimes
it's,
back
but
to back.
It's a sport for piss hands. I mean,
That is
basketball.
true. That's a gutless sport.
There's no contact whatsoever in that. You know, you run around and you're on timber floor. It can't be running that hard. It's timber.
Okay.
Polished timber.
Whiskey with Woosher is coming up.
Did that answer your question?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. I don't know if the answer would be...
I think it's a great display of capitalism.
I don't know what that means.
Pay people what they're worth, and if the AFL makes a shitload of money because people want to watch it, pay players.
More money.
They can do whatever they want. If it works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Great. All right.
Whiskey with Woosher.
Whiskey with Woosher is coming up. Thursday, August 24th. It is going to be, like we've done a couple of live things now.
Well-
This is what I'm most excited about that we've ever done live.
Well, don't even worry about building it up because you haven't. You've just gone straight into it. Remember last week we didn't reveal to the people what we're doing.
We didn't.
Now we have.
So what date is it's the 24th of August?
Yeah, 24th of August. It's a
Thursday
Thursday
night.
night, 6 o'clock.
It is live
Technically the weekend.
at
well
Whippersnapper
be.
Distillery
It is for AFL players.
in East Perth.
3 days a weekend.
Live back chat with John Worsfold.
Fuck yeah.
We have that's about how I describe it, honestly.
Yeah.
We probably should put that on the banner, on the brochure.
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
John Worsfold, live at BackChat. No one knows about this yet. It has been released privately to our patrons. They have had access to tickets.
And if you're listening to this, patrons, run. Because you get a little early access to this episode.
We gave you the early
there
access.
are not many tickets left.
You no longer have the early access
Yeah.
because we've just told our listeners we're not releasing this socially until later in the week. So
It ain't making that.
yeah, that's
No
what I was
way.
about to say.
It's not going to make it to that point.
So
If you want a ticket, buy a ticket. Because it's just not going to get there.
if
If
you
you want a ticket, buy a ticket. It's going to be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be there because I'll be training. But
There's no rocking
it'll
up
be
on the
really
night.
good.
Oh, I'll just get one a ticket when we get there. No chance.
So
Why
we
would
go
you?
on one-on-one with Woosher. There's whiskeys at the bar. There's been a bit of back and forward with beers. Right?
Yeah.
There's just been some conversation. Do we have beers or not? Well, we've made the call. It's going to be beers.
Of course it's
And they may or may not be free.
Why wouldn't there be
They
beers?
may or may not be free. Let me tell you, they're free. Backchat ales.
I'm eyeballing about
You can see
12
them.
slabs over there.
Well,
And
there's
the
about
rest.
20, and some of them are coming down to whiskey, Woosher with whiskey.
Woosher with whiskey. Yeah, we're going to be drinking Woosher and
Well,
having
it
a
is
chat with
that
a
too.
whippersnapper.
Look, like Hamish has said, like Dan said, if you want a ticket, best jump on to. It's on our link. It's on our link tree.
Yeah.
It will be.
Fuck's a link tree?
It will be.
Don't worry, Hammer.
Don't
It
worry,
is.
mate. You'll
Never
find
fucking
out.
heard of a link tree.
It'll be. In
I'm more
our
of an oak guy.
Links on social. Links on. If you want to go directly to whippersnapperwhiskey.com.au, you can go on there. I don't know if that's their website, but you can go and find it on the Whippersnapper website. probably going to be gone by the end of the week.
Absolutely.
Not the end of the
probably,
week.
definitely. It will be gone by the
This
end
is
of the week.
Monday. It'll be done by the end of the week. So you want to come? Go and buy
I can't wait.
They won't last till Wednesday.
The setup's elite as well. We got a
It
couple of
won't last until Dan's best friend's birthday.
best friend's birthday. Someone sent in some video of it was like a spy cam of me at home or something, and I don't know what it is. Nick just put in the run sheet here. We got footage of Dan at home. It's sent in from someone, and I'm slightly concerned. I
Can we
don't
have
know
a
what
look?
it is.
Can we have a little look at here? Oh my god!
Oh wow!
Oh, they're skipping.
Oh my God.
It's just
everywhere.
Look at the efficiency at which they're moving too.
this is very good. That's what it's like.
He's moving quickly.
Oh,
sweeping.
He's going fast.
It looks
He
like
is
he's
going
having a
very
good time.
fast, yeah. His kid would be loving it.
He's skipping with the child.
That's Dan catching the bus.
It looks quick. It looks
Very
fast.
fast.
Have you been doing it? Have you been doing it?
Goose step.
I haven't been skipping as much. I feel like I need to increase my skipping because because of fat chat mostly.
Yep.
I've been so sore, just my body's aching constantly because of fat chat, and so skipping is just not great right now because it's a bit more taxing on the body.
I've been in a world of hurt over the weekend.
Yeah.
I've been in the hurt locker.
What have you been doing workout wise?
Are we moving on to fat chat now?
Yeah, let's do it.
May as well. Did we weigh in this morning?
I did not.
I did not.
Wow, I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to tell?
Well, I mean, I'm happy with my results, so yeah, I'll tell you. I was 103.5 last Monday,
Fuck, I didn't weigh in.
and this morning I was 100.7.
Holy shit!
2.8. No beers.
Gee.
No beers for
No
Hammer.
piss
So
for
you're
Hammer.
telling me you're carrying around about 10 kilos of beer at
I'm carrying a few kilos of beer, yeah. So I was 100.7 this morning, which was a great result.
I will be weighing myself directly after this podcast. I would like to apologise to the community, not only Fat Chat, but BackChat listeners. I did not weigh in.
Yeah, I'll back onto that as well. I didn't.
Are you going to do it naked?
I did it. Post
I've been
shit
doing it
and
with-
piss.
I've been doing it with just my jocks on. So
Okay.
doing that.
Ration on.
I've been exercising a lot.
Yeah,
a
have
lot
been.
more than I have.
Yeah, you've been nose to the grindstone, mate. It's been good to see.
I trained with my Aquinas lads down my school footy that I coach. I trained fully Thursday. Bad idea.
Tough.
Tell you right now.
Pre-training.
I was challenging them to races. I was challenging them for like big torp competitions.
Oh, yeah.
My hamstrings feel like they are detached from my body at the moment. I can barely bend over or walk.
That hurts.
And it's because of that. Other
Try
than that, food's been better. I've been logging my alcohol intake, and I reduced it this week.
Wow.
Huge.
Bit like your screen time.
Yeah, it
Your
is.
phone.
Yeah, that's right.
Piss time.
That is right.
How much have you drunk this week? The last week just gone.
Well, how many drinks do you think you have a week?
Well,
When you're in your
when
prime.
depends. Well, in season normally, I would probably have, I reckon, anywhere from 10 to 20 beers on the weekend, and that would be it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't drink Monday through Friday, and then I'd probably have like a good dozen after a game on a Saturday night.
Yeah. So you're classic binge drinker.
Yeah.
Classic binge drinker.
Yeah.
How
And then
many,
just
how
have
many
a few
beers would you
quiet
have?
ones on a Sunday
I
night.
reckon.
Like, I mean, just when I say drink, I don't mean standard drink. I'm not breaking. Just
Yeah,
just
no,
like
no, no,
a
not
beer
standard.
is one drink.
I reckon
Which is not.
on a
A
weekend.
pint is one drink.
What
which
is the
two
lid
drinks.
off? Are we talking like no rules?
Oh, lids
No
off.
rules, mate. Lids off.
Okay, so lids like if maybe 10 to 12 beers
So I reckon
over
you
a
have
weekend.
more. I reckon, yeah, but you're drinking on Monday. You have a drink. You have three
Yeah,
on Monday.
yeah,
three or
yeah.
four.
So probably
You have some on
15,
Friday.
16 over the
You have
week.
some Friday. I reckon if you sat down and think about it,
Let's
I reckon
call
you're
it
having
20.
I reckon you're having 20. I reckon
Yep.
I'm having 20. And it's stupid. You have 3 or 4 Monday, Thursday, catch up with
Yeah, get a
someone.
bit thirsty on a
Two,
Wednesday, Arvo.
Friday,
Yeah.
end up.
If
doing an event.
you'll have a few beers at your best friend's birthday.
I reckon I reckon you calculated 20. I reckon I'm having 20 beers a week at the moment. And
I think that would be probably fair.
I had 14 last week.
That's
I
good,
counted
mate.
them. So I had six less beers.
That's good.
That's really good.
And I stopped myself on 2
30%
occasions
reduction.
from having another one.
Yeah,
Last night I went to dinner, had 3 wines, was gonna have a whiskey, didn't have it.
Didn't have it.
Okay.
Whiskey's probably one you probably can have, isn't it? Not a lot
Probably
of
is.
calories.
But
in whiskey.
it's about the mentality,
Mental, yeah,
mate. Mental.
So I'm off them until the end of my season.
yes.
And it's just like it's a shitload of calories more than anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what Jared's got me on. For those of you who haven't signed up to the Fat Chat Challenge, it's great. And Jared and I have been discussing what I am doing, and it is Monday through Thursday, 2,000 calories, which is tough for me.
That's not a lot.
No, my
I've
maintenance
only
is
just
about
figured out what calories are. by the
my
way.
maintenance is about 3,000, so I've slashed that. I'm 2,000, which is tough. No piss. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, eat as normal because it's pre-game, game day, and the day after. 10,000 steps a day as well, which I'm trying to log, which is like tough.
Really hard.
Is that just on your phone?
No, I've got my little
Oh,
watch
you
here,
watch,
so I tell myself. The other one that he's got me on, he texted me the other day and said, mate, do you ever take zinc as a supplement? Ever had zinc?
Oh, I've worn zinc.
Yeah, I've worn zinc before. He said, mate, take this. It's all above board, nothing wrong with it. But
Just trust me.
Yeah, trust me.
I'm a personal trainer.
so I looked
I'm
into it.
just
It's
suspended for
fine.
the year.
A few of the Freo boys are taking it as well, but he just said it'll help boost your testosterone. So when you're doing your gym stuff, it'll give you a little bit more lift.
What else will give you?
He also said it'll give you some raging stiffies in the morning. So I have been waking up, TPing the bed sheets, and it's like I am pitching a 10 in there.
Gee.
Waking up hard as a fucking rock.
Okay.
Have to sort of lean forward to piss like a fucking. I'm
Shout out to
leaning
my
up against the
mother-
wall.
My mother, who listens to this quite regularly, as does Const, I believe.
Yeah,
As does,
Deborah doesn't. Thank God. We've spoken some things about her on here. Fuck.
Oh, but Fat Chat's been. I've been really enjoying it. It's
Anyway,
been-
I'm nearly 3 kilos down in a week.
That's
so
really
that's
good.
good.
That's
Thanks,
awesome.
mate. Yeah,
I've just the main thing Joe keeps saying is the 1% better thing every day.
That's it, mate.
I feel like that's good.
improving.
Yeah, I'm doing pickup basketball on Mondays. Monday 12:30. Pickup basketball, Loftus Rec Centre.
Just by yourself.
I'm getting a crew together.
Oh, so
Getting a crew. Last week was me solo. This week there's going to be probably 3 or 4 of
shoot
us.
around, mate. That's not pick up basketball.
Mate, all the boys.
mate, have you seen me rebound? I'm great rebounder.
Aggressive
You
on
can
the
come
board.
down and just
Eats the
rebound for me
backboard.
while I shoot.
Scully eats wood.
But yeah,
Fistball
that's-
turns basketball.
If you are interested in pickup and you live in Perth and you have Mondays free midday, we're going to
Open invite.
open. Yeah, of course. It's not going to be full serious.
You'll get so many AFL players down there, mate. No
I
one
just-
comes in midday on Monday. They're all off.
They've got nothing to do.
Wow, open invite, Loftus Rec Centre.
Yeah.
Dan Constantly down there
Yeah,
teaching
message
them
me
how
on
to play basketball.
message me on Instagram if you want to come down. Seriously, I want to get like a continuous sort of game happening on
You're
a
like
Monday.
point guard. Is that what you are?
Yeah, I'm too small to be anything else.
Yeah, I know.
Point guard,
Mugsy Bogues.
point guard,
style.
shooting guard.
Are we crossovers?
Yeah, crossover.
Are we stepping back to
Yeah,
three?
I like to find the open man.
Yeah, you're a facilitator.
I'm a facilitator.
Oh,
Pete
nice, mate.
Maravich, Pistol Pete,
Invigilator.
number 5. Yeah.
Invigilator.
Yep, absolutely.
Moderator.
If I need to take the game on, like
Exterminator.
carry everyone
Oh,
on
yeah,
my
mate,
back,
you
I will do that. But I like to find other people, get my other team, make them better.
You know how like Kobe Bryant's like Kobe the Mamba?
Black Mamba,
Yeah. What are you?
just Dan.
The White Mamba.
No, that's Brian Scalabrine.
The white bullfrog.
Sure, I'll be the white
No,
bullfrog.
you're the
You actually, I'll tell you what, weirdly, like I'm looking at you right now, you look a little bit. This
Oh
now,
gosh,
it's a compliment.
no, this is a compliment.
Compliment incoming.
I've just, it's for whatever reason clicked in my head. You're reminding me a little bit of Travis Head at the moment with glasses on and a hat.
Hey.
You
we
look
like
a little
that.
bit.
Oh yeah,
Travis Head.
I see. a
It's
bit
the
of that.
moustache and all that.
Travis
Yeah,
said, can
You
we
look a
get
little bit like, we'll get a
Nick-
comparison, but you
Nick,
look a
can we
little
get
bit like
maybe a
Travis
little-
Head.
Little picture up of
All
Travis.
right,
Head.
while Nick's finding a little Travis Head pick, let's talk tipping because
Just Google Dan Const.
I extended my lead over Scully this week.
Did you?
mate.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
How many did you
So
get?
I got 7 this week.
You got fucking 7.
I got 7.
I got
So now
5.
I'm 120.
Fuck,
You're on
it's all over.
117.
I've gone rogue. I've gone completely rogue.
Yeah,
Why-
you're in a
why
tough
wouldn't you,
spot
mate?
because you have to.
I've said, well, so do you. You're only 2 in front of me.
Yeah. No, I'm just gonna keep. I'm gonna keep tipping with the norm.
But what happens if you beat me?
Well, I'll just hold it over you for 12 months or whatever.
12 months.
Well, until the next season.
Great.
Hammer, did you tip West Coast on the weekend?
I did, mate. Yeah, there you are, Dan. Look at you.
Wow.
A little Dan Const.
That is very. Take your hat off. That is. Holy shit.
A little Dan Const.
Wow.
There
You got
it
to like
is.
cock your neck as if you're facing up to bat.
I got 4 this week, mate. Yeah, I got 4 on the tips. There you go. I just thought. No,
I like that.
4?
Yeah.
No worries, mate. Yeah, I got 4 tips. Tip
Tip
Geelong,
Melbourne.
tip Essendon, Sydney, Brisbane, tip
Melbourne.
Melbourne, obviously, tip Freo.
You're encumbered. You are.
West
Actually, no,
Coast-
I didn't tip Freo. I tipped West Coast, obviously.
Yes, you would have to. That game was just.
Oh,
that
actually, no,
game was
shit,
just
I did
grim.
tip Freo, which means I'm going to lose 3 points in my.
I don't know how much.
It's disappointing.
I don't know how hard
I
that was the worst game of West Coast season. Just so
Was
you
it?
know, that was worse than Hawthorn at Tasmania. That was worse than Adelaide at Adelaide Oval. That was worse than Carlton. These are all 100-point losses, by the way, just in case you're playing along at home. Who else they lose by? Oh, Sydney 170 points.
that was worse than the Sydney game.
That was worse than Sydney, mate. That was worse than Sydney, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was a tough one.
Derbies
There's
don't
just no
mean
care.
derbies don't mean, you know, I know we like to talk it up in the media and externally, but internally, derbies don't mean anything more. But they turn out being more because you might be playing at an away venue, but you're still at home. You got the crowd against you, or
Yep.
you might know some of the blokes and it becomes more physical, or there is a bit more on the line. They are rivals of the club, but there's not really anything more. But just the performance that West Coast dished up on the weekend was just.
What changed from the first quarter? After the first quarter, I was like, oh, this could be a
Oh,
good
it was
game.
first 5 minutes actually, probably.
It was the first 3 minutes. It was 14-0.
Yeah,
And then the next little bit, it was 113-4.
That's right. So
Really rough.
I'm not sure you can paint it any other way than just, I would. Yeah, I said on the cover. I thought it was disgraceful.
What happened with Brody Hoff before the game? Because as
Brady Hoff.
Brady Hoff.
Hoffmeister.
He looked like he was ready to run on, and then there was a bit of
I want
confusion
to
on the
preface
bench.
this by saying this isn't a big issue, right? But because West Coast didn't want to say what had happened, it's turned into a little bit of a big issue.
It just looked confusing.
It just looked weird. Look, as far as I understand, he has a prescription for using an asthma puffer.
Yes.
He'd been sick during the week. You can use different things like an asthma puffer. You need a specific prescription for it, but there is still limitations about how much you can take it because it's a steroid for performance-enhancing issues. So you can't just get a puffer and just do what you like with it. There is so I think what's happened, he's asked for a puff of it pre-game in the warm-up because he's still feeling crook. The doc has asked because it's the doc's job to tell you how many you had today, and he's probably going, I don't know, like 20. I feel crook has, and the doc's like, what the fuck?
Right.
You can't play right now. You can't have that many. So they've rushed around, pulled him out because if you play and Asada rocks up, you get tested. He's out for 3 years. His career's shattered.
Right.
So heads up play by the West Coast medical staff. I think that's you don't want to run the risk there.
Tip your hat to him.
I think that's very good.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't on Brady Hoff. I'm not saying this, but how did he not know that?
Yeah, young player.
Right.
I'd assume.
If he's just had asthma all his life, maybe it's just a normal thing.
That's correct.
Right.
There'd be different things. So, like, you for instance, you can have cold and flu tablets during the week with pseudoephedrine in it.
Yes.
Can you?
Yeah, you can have it during the week, but there is a cut-off time, and so there's a 48-hour period before the game. You cannot have that. So
Because of the pseudoephedrine?
Yes, that's illegal to have in your system on game day. But I
Right.
believe you can have it during the week. Again, this is the
I
thing.
didn't think you could.
No, I
I've
think you
never
can.
had one. I
You definitely can. You definitely can. And there's a
there you
cut-off.
go.
There's a cut-off time. So if you had it on a Friday and you're playing the Saturday,
You're in strife.
The docs wouldn't let you play because you'd have pseudo in your system. And then Asada rocks up, you get done for performance enhancing. Even though you're not trying to cheat the system, you don't get I didn't know. So Brady Hoff wouldn't have been able to say I didn't know if he had been tested. So
That would end his career, right? Probably.
It was still a shit
it
show,
would have been.
though.
What would have been? It carries the maximum sentence of 4 years. Probably would have got a year and a half for it.
Yeah.
It's not probably what you want to do as
No,
an AFL listed player is be suspended for 2 years. I wouldn't have thought that.
No, you would.
Shooter gets the Ross Glendenning medal.
Yep.
Oh.
Sensational. Wasn't
Sensational effort. He's
We
a
love Lachie
beast.
Schultz.
Yeah, we
he's
love
pretty
him.
good.
Like, I love the way he goes about it. And then when he gets on the end of a couple, has he got a contract? At some stage, he didn't have a contract.
Yeah.
He was
That's right.
He
Yeah.
was playing for like a bonus year on his contract. Sign him up, Freo.
Get him.
Get him the leadership group.
I was at the game, and Andrew's girlfriend was there, and I was with my uncle and my little cousin, and we were waiting for her to get some passes to go down to the room to see Andrew, and a bloke walked down the steps carrying a little girl, and I laughed at my uncle and said, if I was to hazard a guess, I would say that's Lachie Schultz's dad. The bloke looked. It was unbelievable. I've never seen a father look more like his son in my life. I don't know if we can find a photo of Lachie Schultz's dad, but fuck me. It was just like a genuine dead ringer. It was phenomenal.
unreal. I love
I've never
that.
seen it before.
So
it was unbelievable.
He had four
was good.
goals, 24 touches. Amazing. One other little Ross Glendenning thing, Ashley Sampi getting his medal this week.
Yep.
Which is pretty cool. So I knew a little bit about the story, but then I after it all happened, I thought I'd look it up. So he got the votes, but then Ross Glendenning
Got it wrong. Said that. No, Ross Glendenning gave his
Michael
own
Gardner.
best on. Yeah. He thought Michael Gardner was best on, so he just went and rolled with it.
went rogue.
And so Ashley Sampi got the votes. But
Yes.
Glendenning, Ross just gave it to someone else.
Yeah, right.
And he's been campaigning for it for a little bit, and they haven't gone the
Who Ross has?
No, Sampi's been saying like,
Right.
there's been a bit of support behind him getting it, and he's been not kicking up a stink, but saying like, hey, I won this medal, I deserve it. And then they did the interview with him and gave him the medal. How does it feel after all this time to finally get the medal? Nah, it feels pretty much the same. Fuck, that made me laugh. Yeah, it feels pretty much the same. It's just good to have it.
Which is pretty true.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're not going to feel any different. You just got a medal now.
I like it.
But yeah, good.
I do like that. So Luke Jackson, huge.
Yep.
He's just
He drew in the medal, but he got done on the count back. That's funny.
what's count? What do you mean count back?
Lockie Schultz had more 3 votes. They both had
right.
7 votes each, maybe.
Yeah.
And
You
but-
can't have 20 and kick 5 and not be the best on ground.
Yeah, correct. So they counted it back. Luke Jackson had 1 3-voter. Lockie had 2, so he won it.
There you go. And one last thing from this game, Jai Amos, mate, he's like
Do we
he
need to
has.
slip him back into the Rising Star
Yes.
conversation or not?
He has
He kicked
to,
over
surely.
40. How many goals?
He's kicked 38 now.
He's
for
kicking
the
over
season.
40. He's kicking,
Kicking
over
over
40.
40. Get to 45, Jai, and you win it.
Really? If
that
he
the
has
number?
a couple of bags to finish the season, who have they got? Who are they playing? Do you know this?
Not off the top of my head.
Well, I'll tell you right now. Fremantle, play. Sorry, I have to go to the bottom of the ladder. That's the other thing. Fremantle have decimated West Coast.
Yeah.
They're 14th on the ladder, being putrid. And they absolutely made West Coast look silly. Port Adelaide, here, Hawthorn.
Sicily.
Chance. Sicily's not playing
Sicily
anyone,
won't
mate.
play.
He's just doing his thing down
Exactly.
there.
But he'll float back and take 15 instead marks.
Yeah,
Anyway,
correct.
if he gets to 45, I think he's going to win it. Jeez, it'd be tough to say no to him.
Heard it here first.
Who else would get it from here?
The Shees.
Yeah.
Sheasel's got it
Ashcroft's still a chance because it's not a Brownlow medal. Like he's not
That's true.
missing out on votes. So I would say Ashcroft's still right up there.
Sheasel's got it under
Mitch
lock and
Owens is
key
a very good player.
at this
So.
point.
Jinby.
Yeah, the
Oh,
boy.
yeah. Well, sorry, I was speaking,
Out of turn.
Of course.
No, I was speaking as if we obviously
Yeah.
the boy is the favourite.
Speaking of the boy, you tweeted through the week about him not being in the 22 under 22. Is that an outrage?
We got the blinkers on, where they put on the horses to make sure they focus on things only in their area. Well, we got the Victorian bias over there, not putting people in the 22
under
and 22. No boy, disgraceful.
It is a
by the
disgrace.
AFLPA. They're meant to represent the players. Well,
they're not
that's
representing
a
the best player.
misrepresentation.
They're not representing the best player ever. He is, by the way, looking fucking enormous.
Yeah.
He's just
Chiseled.
Just cut like a park statue. He is, and I've just seen him walking around the club. All he's doing is just eating dumbbells. He's fucking massive at the moment. It's awesome.
The boy update.
The boy update. He's turning into a man.
We probably need that every week.
We make the man. Wait
Next
till
year.
he's a.
Wait until he's
the
actually a man. The bloke's still 18.
Wait till he's
Maybe
the man.
there's a song that we could write called The Man.
Yeah.
If only.
If only that existed. A few weeks ago on the podcast, Hamish, you said something that I found quite
I?
on the nose.
Sure.
You said the dissent rule is dead.
Well, I did say that, and then that weekend there was a dissent rule given, a dissent call given.
But there was something on the weekend with Maynard. Nick's got the video. Can you bring this up, mate? This is
Have you seen this? This is
haven't.
from the Collingwood Geelong game.
Collingwood Geelong game.
Let's see if you
break
think
it
there's
down.
any levels of dissent in this footage.
So originally it was arms out is dissent. So he's just calling out of bounds on the full. That's dissent.
What about this one?
looking at the screen.
That's dissent. Yeah, that's so that I can give you that because that's he's saying out of bounds on the full.
And then what does he say in this moment?
Fuck you, fuck you. That's what he's saying. That's dissent. It's got to be dissent. There's no way. There's no way around
well,
that.
Didn't get paid, mate.
Well, the dissent rule's dead. I was
Fuck
right.
you. That's what it is.
How is that not? Is there, Nick? Is there also another one?
Oh my god, no! There's the one that was paid. There was one that was paid from earlier in the season when Hammer said,
I said the dissent rule's dead, and that weekend something came out.
They heard.
I
They were
think we
listening.
got Stephen Cornelio potentially having a little look-see. If we don't, it doesn't matter.
We've
But
got it
have a
here.
look at this.
Was
This
this the
was
one?
paid. Oh, Eddie McGuire commentary. This was. Look at this. That's the cent.
You can't even see his body move.
He puts his fingers curl from being downwards to upwards, and
That's dissent.
it cost him a
Yeah,
game.
that was the week after.
Probably
wasn't it?
finals.
That was the week. Was that this weekend? No, that was
No,
not
that
this
was-
weekend.
that
That was the week after. That was my dissent thing.
Yeah.
And then it
You
happened.
jinxed it.
I jinxed it. Sorry, Stephen.
No, that's okay. One
Cornelio
other
means
one
a
other
rabbit.
video,
Quite
Nick. I want to
Dan's, up and down. Like, today on the pod, you're giving a lot of Kermit. You're giving a lot of.
Am I?
Yeah.
frog in the throat. Was it coffee? Maybe.
Maybe it's the fact that I'm not hungover on a Monday.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe this is what you actually sound like.
Maybe this is me. This is me.
Nick, can you also bring
Hello,
up
world.
the video
was thinking the same
from
thing.
the Western
Yeah.
Bulldogs game?
Yeah.
The last sort of 40 seconds of the
that
Western
Saddle
Bulldogs
Club?
game.
Yeah, Saddle Club.
Is that what we're singing?
Yeah, hello
We're
world,
singing-
this is me. That's the Saddle Club. Yeah.
All right, this is
Me,
from the
it's
Western
just
Bulldogs
massive
Break
game.
this
fans.
hammer. Have you seen this?
Nah.
Break this play down now.
Tim English
before we
is
start,
kicking in.
40 seconds to go. Down by 4 points.
Yeah.
Ed Richards, who can run, carry, and kick long, is in the goal square at the same time.
Yep.
Tim's having a look to what would usually the ruckman do in this situation?
The ruckman usually is the one standing 70 metres in the middle of the ground saying, kick it on my... He's had a bounce 2 steps out of the square. He's sold the dummy. He's had another bounce. He's had another bounce. He's running. He's getting pressed. He's going backwards at this point, and he snapped it. Tim English. Ruckmen aren't smart traditionally, but that is just fucking stupid, Tim.
Hold the ball. Hold the ball.
They're 3 points down with 40 seconds to go, and Tim English has decided to run and have 2 bounces, try and break some tackles, and snapped it.
I think where he's gone wrong here is try to think his way through it. And for a ruckman, that is disaster.
You torp the shit out of it, mate. You pump that thing 80 metres if you can.
You've been taught.
Don't run it. He bounced after 2 steps.
As a 7-year-old, you know when you need to kick a goal, you do a torp down the middle.
Everyone knows that.
He's decided to start balking people in
running,
the back.
bouncing.
He's
like he felt like he was playing AFL Evolution. He was trying to run through the middle of the ground. Everyone would just run left.
Joke's on you, mate. That was AFL Evolution. No, that was real life.
So Tim English, I was just having a quick look. He actually bounces the ball a fair bit for a ruckman.
It's just
he's got 8 this season, which isn't much.
I wonder how many kickouts he
but
had.
But 8 last season.
He would have had 0 kickouts before that, I guarantee you.
That seems high for a ruckman.
And everyone wants to carry on about, the backman shouldn't be getting a stat for kicking out. That's why they should get a stat for kicking out.
Exactly.
That's why it's hard.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing. They're not Tim English running in the middle of the ground having 4 bounces from full back and snapping one to 65 out on the boundary when you're 3 points down with 40 seconds to go.
He snapped it to a 1v4 on the boundary, not in his face.
And so Bulldogs were up by 20 in the last quarter, right?
Yeah.
Gave up the lead. Then they
Steamrolled.
came back. They kicked a goal to bring the win
until
within a
that
kick.
moment.
Got all the momentum, and then
that's
that
what Tim
just
did.
absolutely
And then Tim just
soured
thought,
it.
you know what? Boys,
on back.
hold my beer. Tim had a significant wager on Hawthorn. Just thought, he could have.
Tim
allegedly.
English,
He
future West
definitely
Coast
didn't.
Eagle.
Yeah,
Good
he
call
was a
there.
good bloke.
Okay, last one before we get into some other stuff. I want to bring up this. Nick, can you bring up this photo here? A player on the weekend
Yes.
has kicked 41
Yeah, I heard this.
goals.
41 goals.
41 goals in
How
a
many
game.
touches did he have? Did he have more than
I don't know
40?
how many touches he has, but this guy, this is
He
from
would have, obviously had more than
Lindenau.
42.
Lindenau. It's in the thirds.
Lindenau.
Peter Harrison kicked 41 goals. So before this game, he was 25 behind the league leading goal scorer, and now he's 11 ahead.
He
whole
it says there that he's playing under 17s. He looks 30.
He does.
Look at the size. Oh, actually, he's got a bit of a baby face, doesn't he? But he's a fucking man.
So
Look at him.
the whole team kicked 43 goals, and he's
He had 41 of
He's
them.
kicked 41.
Look at the size of that bloke. Had pubes coming out of the womb, I think. My God.
A bit of diversity
How
about
many?
their
What's the
forward
most
line,
you've
perhaps?
kicked in like a junior footy sort of?
I've kicked
4.
You kicked 4?
Yeah, kicked 4.
I kicked
State footy.
13 against. I kicked 13 in under 19s game once.
13.
Yep, 13.
13. Really?
Yeah,
That's
kicked
a big
13.
day.
I played 2 games for the under 19s in a row. Kicked 5 goals, 8 and 13 goals, 1.
13 in under 19s. That's a good effort.
Yeah, it was. We were in like 3rd division and we played 2 shit teams. Theory Panola and then Carey Grammarians.
Theory Panola.
Theory Panola, yeah.
Sounds like a flavour of butter.
Doesn't. What?
Canola oil? I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Theory
Yeah.
Panola.
Theory Panola butter. Kicked
Can't
5
believe it's
goals,
not
8
butter.
against Theory Panola, and then 13 goals, 1 against, I think it was Old Carey. And in the league being, I played 2 games in the league BNF. I came 4th with 6 votes.
All right, couple of quick fire ones for both of you.
Sure.
Both get a turn here. Carlton, real deal.
Sizzling.
Yeah, fucking hot
As
out.
Daniel
they-
Gorringe correctly identifies weeks ago, the lid's off.
Lids off.
They may
from the
may
moment,
win the next 5 premierships.
from the moment I said I'm never tipping him again, they haven't lost.
Well, I would like to know what happened. What changed? They lost 6 in a row, and now they've won 8 in a row.
Wasn't it that one radio phone call? That guy where he just absolutely
Oh, yeah, he
spilled his
teed
guts
up.
on
Apparently, they went
radio.
down at Ed Curto's dam and had a naked swim and
Did they?
bonded
That's
in
actually the
some-
best way to do it.
Bonded some way down there. They were on the piss and
Do they drink from that dam?
Hope not.
so many things ran through my. I don't know why I went silent. I don't know why.
I just
No.
imagine 40, potentially 40 naked men in Kerno's dam. Is that the drinking water? I don't know.
Nothing wrong with it.
One other one that's been going around a little bit
What's in the water?
recently
Don't get me
is the Mount Rushmore of AFL players since 2010.
Right.
Yeah.
4 players, Mount Rushmore.
Who you put on it?
Yeah, who you putting on it? Hammer, we'll start with you.
Gary Ablett,
Buddy.
Buddy, Dusty.
Dusty.
Martin. When did Chris Judd retire? He's probably not. He's not
Nah.
the 2010 Mount Rushmore. Dangerfield or Fife.
Fifey's
Buddy.
on Sue Brownlows.
Fuddy.
Fuddy. I reckon we put Fuddy on there. I reckon
I think Fuddy goes on there.
I reckon go half 5 half Fuddy.
Fuddy's my one. Buddy. Gary Ablett.
Buddy Fuddy.
Buddy Fuddy. Buddy Ablett. Martin. Fife.
Laser.
There you go.
Laser.
It's not a fork.
I
It's not a
agree with that
spoon,
one.
but something in
we
between.
should-
A fapoon.
We should combine.
Yeah, Fuddy.
What about Dusty and Ablett?
Dablet.
Dablet.
Yeah.
Dablet, Fuddy.
Nah. Gary Ablett, Dustin Martin, Lance Franklin, Nathan Fife. They're my 4.
I don't know if I can.
I haven't, because I've seen this around on Twitter a little bit. Fife hasn't been on there very much, but I think that's
other names getting thrown around. Nick, you want to throw any from the depths over there?
Pendles. Yeah,
Pendlebury.
Pendles has been up there a fair
Thank
bit.
you.
I just don't know how many more like dominant forces there have been than
What if
that
Pendles
Fife.
wins a premiership this year?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's a phenomenal player. But
About a
like,
Hawthorn player like Luke Hodge.
yeah,
Luke Hodge. trying to think of like players that are dominant. What?
I don't know who any of them are.
Is one of them Henry Playfair? Kepler Bradley. Is that Henry Playfair on the right hand side? Who are these people? Is it all Kepler Bradley?
We need Kepler Bradley on this podcast ASAP.
Yeah,
On the BackChat.
Nick. Kepler Bradley. Can we please?
And we've
put
got a
request
link to
in?
him. Someone said, yeah, they talk to Kepler all the time.
I'll
Get
get
him
his
on the
number.
show.
Great. We're gonna get
Perfect.
All right
There we
now.
go.
Let's go.
Who's your Mount Rushmore? And where does Fuddy sit?
All right. Keep
I
it.
would have just gone maybe 4 times Ruben Jinby. But,
Yeah, that's probably
That's a
true.
good point.
but that's
very
just.
I just don't know who's more like Dangerfield or Fife would be. I'd just toss a coin and pick one of them, and I'd take Fife.
great.
Swimply the best.
Sometimes when that plays, I think of that song "Hungry Eyes" by. Can you just play it again? Hungry Eyes.
Yeah, that was good.
Simply the best. Of course,
I think
the
of
Airbnb
pools.
for pools,
Yeah, I
but
think of
not
pools.
just pools.
I just hear that and I think of pools.
That's all
Yeah,
I think
great.
of.
And tennis
And
courts.
now I
And
think of
tennis
tennis
courts,
courts.
And
cricket
saunas.
pitches if you're rich.
Now, yeah,
Lawn bowls if you've got
Octagons.
that.
Octagons.
octagons,
The octagon.
But
temping
Zuckerberg's-
bowling alleys.
Zuckerberg's just built an octagon in his backyard. He can put it
I'm
on
pretty
social.
sure people have got temping bowling, like
Oh yeah,
alleys, bowling alleys down there, cinemas.
I remember
Little home
good.
cinema room.
as a kid thinking like when I'm rich one day I'm going to build a bowling alley.
I
in my
also
house.
thought that. Yeah,
I thought it would be the coolest,
Coolest
thing
thing
ever.
But
ever.
you have something better than that. You have a pool that you haven't listed on
yeah,
Swimply.
that's true. You
Yeah,
need to
that's
list
true.
that
I'm
shit.
going to do that right away. Actually, as soon as I leave here, I'm going to make sure I get
Should we
onto
call
that
you dad?
straight away.
Let him know.
Dad?
When I say dad, I mean
Yeah,
not
stepfather.
It's actually Daddy. I call him
Stepfather,
Daddy.
yeah.
Sorry.
Daddy. Yeah.
All right, 3 biggest moments of the round tomorrow. We'll put them up on socials. BackChat _. You get to vote for the best moment of the round. Nick, hit us with the first one.
Hadn't been seen since round 8.
Oh, Ben Cunnington. This is going to win it for me.
Ooh.
Haven't seen the other two. That
Tears.
wins.
Yeah,
Tears
that
in
was
the eyes.
awesome.
Yeah.
I saw his second goal.
Second goal was elite.
And they
Second goal was
didn't
fucking
get
brilliant.
around him like this. And I was like, what's going on, Kangaroos? Obviously, they go, oh, wow, he's getting chaired off. Oh, this is emotional. And his kids.
Yeah, that's elite.
Oh, the boys have got his kids too. Yeah, we like that.
Yeah, he's a
Yep.
fucking champ. He would beat, like, seriously, he just beats up cows for fun, this bloke. There's never been a tougher. I mean, there has been, but, like, he's fucking right up there.
The
He's on your Mount Rushmore of tough footballers.
That's true. Yeah,
I
Bo
think.
Waters.
The
Bo
stats-
Waters, Glenn Archer,
The stats
him.
the Kangaroos with contested footy is incredible. Like, Jai Simpkin and a few others for North Melbourne have had 20-plus contested possessions twice in their career. He's done it 21 times. So the next best is twice. He's done it 21 times.
Yeah,
20
that's-
plus.
He had a game where he had 33 possessions and 32 of them were contested.
Oh, what a beast.
That is just fucked up.
That's Hamish
Basically,
Brayshaw type
basically paddles the ball over to someone just to make sure he feels some contact.
Is that what you do? I mean, you're built for that. Do you?
I
do
don't
it?
get as much contested possession as I would like.
Okay.
Because
Or your coach likes.
well, yeah, but like I feel like we got a pretty fair split in the midfield. I can see. Sometimes I get it. Sometimes I let others get it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sometimes
team
you get
man.
it right.
That's very
Sometimes you get it wrong.
Let's go to
Sometimes
this next
maybe
one.
good,
Chad
sometimes
Warner.
maybe shit. Yeah, I mean that's pretty fucking good. But Ben Cunnington's kicked a goal in his last ever game, so he wins. Great work, Chad.
Yeah,
That's
great
Was that
work, Chad.
that's the money
Out of
man's
a
L?
stoppage there.
Yeah, we like that.
Yep.
I
All right.
actually just watched the Joey.
Last one
Joey.
here with
Joey.
with a double barrel.
Really. Oh, is this Pel Pepper again?
Pretty good goal, but Ben Cunnington kicked the goal in his last game, so well done, Sam.
He's getting very close to my favourite player in the AFL.
He's
Sam.
so good.
Yeah. East Perth boy.
Perth boy.
Yeah, there
Like,
you go.
the
There was
There
Mighty
was
Royals.
some talk of West Coast going hard at him for a bit.
Yeah.
They should have gone harder.
I should have gone
They
harder
had
because
maybe the best Guernseys of the entire season this past
that was
weekend.
fucking
Teal.
good, wasn't it?
The bolt in
bolt,
the middle.
yeah.
It's so good. They need to wear that every week. Throw out all the other Guernseys you've got. Wear that one.
I just remembered what we're going to talk about today. Can I get up? Oh,
Do
is there
it.
some stage I can get up? And
Get up
do
right
get
now.
Something.
We'll
Yeah,
pad.
get up right now. We'll just talk. So that's going to go up on the socials tomorrow. BackChat _. Vote for your best one. Look, it's going to be
It's
Ben
going to be
Cunnington.
awfully difficult to beat Ben Cunnington, I feel, because he's just the best ever. While we're padding for... Okay, he's coming back.
Is already, we haven't talked about it yet.
Okay, we're back. Scully's back. That didn't take
There's
too
just
long.
one
I thought he was
video-
getting a jumper.
No, there's one video that we've recorded that hasn't been released anywhere. It's probably just for patrons.
Right.
That Julie, no, it's fine. We can talk about it. Absolutely.
Talk about it?
Yeah, let's talk about it. That's fine.
I'll tell you
Should we do a bit of context, a bit of backstory?
Yeah, can you backstory
So
on
Tom
that,
Hickey, we interviewed in Sydney 3 or 4 weeks ago. That episode's great.
What a
Go
good
back
fella.
and have a listen. Great fella, just a smart ruckman.
Yeah. Yep.
Comes across
Which
very
rare.
smart. Yeah,
Very
very
rare.
rare.
I mean, you sent him English.
Wow.
In
I know Tom Hickey had taught that.
in the
I've got
episode,
Tom
he
Hickey.
mentioned how in 2014 they came to him. He was having a really good season at St Kilda, and they came to him and they gave him. He was the little mini figurine.
He's got a
of-
fucking Lego.
He's got a
mini
Lego.
figurine. And like always, our BackChat community, they come to the front when required. And we have been inundated with Tom Hickey Lego figurines. We have them
We've got
everywhere.
5.
We got 5.
I'm putting him in my car.
So what is it? Tip them out for someone passing away, and
Yeah.
put your bats out for whoever. Put your Lego figurine Tom Hickey's out for a bit of respect for ruckmans around the
Yeah.
competition. This, I reckon, in terms of memorabilia, things you've been featured on as a player. If I had one of these,
Oh,
I
yeah,
reckon
it's right up there.
I reckon
like
it's
10
right up
times
there.
better than a footy card.
So
There's some
Oh,
road-
and I'll tell you what else you can do. Look at this. That looks like he's either one. I mean, it's tough to get a close up, but he's either one sculling a BackChat ale,
yeah, it's quite easy.
or 2 he's spoiling Scully. He could be spoiling. man.
Oh yeah.
he could be
spoil
playing
each
fistball.
Fistball. Wait, fistball.
Yep.
Okay.
A team of
Fistball.
red chickies
So
playing
thanks
fistball.
to
All the lads.
everyone that sent us in Tom Hickey little mini figurines. When he mentioned this to us, I was like, "There's no chance we're going to find one of these." Now we have 5.
They can't flood again.
There's a couple of good
stuck in there,
operators from 20. I'm really struggling to get this in my mic stand here.
He's in there now.
That's just falling out. Tom Hickey doesn't want to play ball. Who was?
that
There was
you?
someone.
I've got-
Van. Who was it from? Was it
Van
Adelaide?
Berlo, I've got 3.
Robin Van Persie.
Van Berlo is a
Nathan
2014
Van Berlo.
figurine as well. So anyone got that?
If anyone wants, I would just say, if anyone wants to send in really weird shit and have it sitting around on a microphone stand like this, we'll take it. If
Yeah,
you want to send
absolutely.
it, we'll
Send
use
it.
it.
Send it. You
We'll
send it.
take
We
it.
wear it. You send it. We read it if it's good, and you send it. We might take it and put it on a microphone stand.
Absolutely.
The you send that we might, the you send that we wear it has dropped off. probably
Yeah, I'd
out.
really like some more things.
So,
I'm actually, funnily enough, I'm going through a cull of my wardrobe at the moment. I'm overflowing with just stupid shit that I never ever wear.
So if you add a bit, because if you're culling it,
Because I'm culling it, I need more. So I'll get some. I've got
New
some.
t-shirt.
Yeah, and I've had this for years.
pastels.
That's
This
a nice
is-
one.
It is a little pastel-y.
How many rounds of the AFL season are there left?
Just
2.
Just the 2. There's Nathan Van Berlo. Look at him.
That means there we go. That means there's 2 rounds left for the BackChat Backman Award.
Oh yeah, it's heating up. It's heating right up.
It's hot.
It's
it's not
so
No, it's hot.
it's so hot.
mean,
it's so hot right now.
It is still
BackChat
hot.
Backman Award.
Yeah,
There's a Zoolander one for you.
yeah, I
Yep.
got it.
Oh, I've just broken this.
Give it.
Hang on, no, I'm just gonna stop playing with it. I'm gonna stop playing with it. 3 votes,
Worry about
2 votes, 1 vote. BackChat Backman Award is heating up. There's a leaderboard that is it's so tight.
I mean, just like the Brownlow medal, just like the Coleman
Yep.
medal, the BackChat Backman Award medal is coming to the close.
The
It
pointy
is.
end.
And a bit like the Brownlow, Nick Dacos will be leading, and can anyone catch him down? Harris Andrews is leading, and the question is, can Jack Buckley get him? That's the question on everyone's lips.
I would also say a bit like the Brownlow. No one knows how the fucking guys awarded votes.
Yeah,
like
correct. No
like
one knows.
umpires, no one knows. What
No
they're
one
doing
knows.
behind
We've
closed
had one
doors.
person, I think, potentially figure it out over the year,
Potentially.
Yeah,
but maybe not. Can't
Potentially
say.
not.
exactly.
How do they go this week?
How do they go this week? All right, I'm going to read you the 1, 2, 3.
Do I get a choice this week?
Maybe.
Okay.
Might not.
So
Never know.
1 vote
Yes.
straight off the bat.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Wait. Yeah. Do you know
Yeah.
who the one votes to?
I think so. It's in front of me, unless it's changed. I can see someone typing here.
Yeah. Are you sure you know who the one vote is for? Is the one vote? I mean, just read out the 3-2-1 from the weekend.
One vote, Brody Kemp.
No, that's not the one vote. It's not the one vote at all.
Well, it's the only thing I have in front of me to read.
Yeah, I know. So potentially there's someone else with one vote. Why don't you just tell us what the votes are, Nick?
I'm pretty sure I know the votes.
There's some scattering going on.
I'm pretty
here.
sure I get to choose who gets one vote because there was a tie.
No, I think you just tell
Sam
us.
Collins got 1 vote.
Right.
Stephen May got 2.
Thank you.
And Harris Andrews.
Harris Andrews, the leader of the BackChat Backman Award.
That puts
has
him
got 3
well
He
ahead.
got 3 votes. But
Can I throw something up to the crowd?
But what?
3 votes.
What's happened?
There is criteria, obviously, that requires a person to get votes.
You need to be a real back.
You need to be a real backman.
You need to be a backman.
What do
A real one.
backmen do? They do backman things. What do
Backman.
backmen not do? Forward things. What did Harris Andrews
What's
do on the
happened?
weekend?
What's happened?
Harris Andrews kicked a fucking goal.
Oh,
So
my.
Harris Andrews.
Oh, and it was a good goal too.
Great goal. Great goal. Harris Andrews, you can do all the defending things you want. You kick a goal, much like getting suspended in the Brownlow. You kick a goal, you are
So
suspended.
he's not getting the 3.
We've whopped him.
Not from the entire, obviously not from the entire competition.
He's getting a week. He's copped a week.
He's copped a week. So he cannot, he's ineligible this week.
He's
for
not getting
votes.
his 3 votes.
Not getting his 3 votes. Stiff shit, Harris.
The rulings come down.
Yep. The
If he
rulings
wants
come
to
down from above.
If he wants to gallivant around in the forward line, if he wants to drift down there and have a little sniff of the glory,
Don't be stupid.
You can live down there and never
can,
come
yeah,
back.
live
just
down there
don't
and never
forget
come back.
that forwards, they sell the memberships. They don't win the premierships.
No, they don't. The backs do, mate.
Right, so you're still well away from the forward line. A little half credit is he did kick the goal from outside
forward
of 50.
I don't care. He kicked it in the front half.
We're giving him a week.
We're giving him a week.
All right,
He's
so
still eligible to win
This
the
is in
entire
disarray
thing.
then. So, Nick, can you give us the update? I don't know what's going on then. This is just throwing everything out.
so we're going to give Stephen May the 3 now.
So
I
Steve's
like it.
bumped
Stephen May
up.
has
Yep.
been bumped up to 3 votes.
Yep. Sam Collins will get the 2.
Sammy
Collins
Collins,
will
who
get
was
the 2.
second.
My man, Sammy
He
Collins.
was second.
That means he's now, I reckon he's
Still
1 vote
second.
behind. Come on.
He is, and one of our favourite defenders, Brody Kemp.
Brody Kemp.
Brody
Always
Kemp.
been
Big
Kemp
Brody
gets
Kemp
the,
guy.
Kempy gets the 1 vote.
as I've always
yeah,
said.
so-
Son of Dean, actually. It's not.
You've made that. So Harris Andrews, unfortunately,
Okay. Well,
don't
he's
do
still-
forward line.
What's that
things.
mean for the overall tally? I mean, who's in front? He's still in front.
Harris would still be leading, wouldn't he?
Yeah,
Harris
still in the
Andrews
front.
is still in front. Sam Collins is second.
Second.
Jack Buckley,
Third.
BackChat sponsored athlete, he is third.
Tom Barras.
Tom Barras is fourth.
Yep.
And then we've
Dougal
got someone.
Howard's fifth.
Yeah, and Sam Taylor as
Sam
well.
Taylor as well. So there is an opportunity for
There's
some of
6
these.
votes up for grabs in the last 2 rounds.
That's correct. So you can
Anyone
still win.
can win it.
Anyone can win it.
Could be a tie. It
Definitely
could be
not
a
Harris
5-way
Andrews.
tie. Yep. There you go. Sorry, that just really rattled me. There was so much going on there. You know,
It's understandable.
adjudication
It's
last minute.
understandable.
There was a last minute arbitration.
Arbitration.
Wasn't there? Yeah.
Arbitrator.
Tomorrow's guest is Carl Langdon
Yes.
for those playing at home.
Yes.
I am
So-
playing at home.
Yeah, you're playing here. That is one of the funnier chats I reckon we've had. We don't often get like classic 90s footballer stories
Yeah.
because, you know, it's anything, it's late 90s, early thousands. We've gone into those areas, but early 90s where it doesn't seem like there was any rules with anything.
Look, we'll talk about BlueBet. Shout out, quick little shout out to BlueBet. Quite honestly, the market got butchered. Hamish was meant to have the keys this week.
I did. I had the keys. I sent you what I wanted.
Yeah, it got butchered. And I don't want to.
It wasn't my fault.
I don't want to just point any fingers, but completely BlueBet's fault. And but betting for him, Carl does tell an absolute ball terror story about the players of the team of West Coast betting on themselves to win a game. And used to be pretty good back in the day. I can have a look at that if you want me to. But Carl Langdon, make sure you listen to it on all platforms coming up right now. I believe we're going to go into a little ad about Fleet Network. Our friends at Fleet Network. I'll tell you what, Buddy Bailey.
We're novated
I'll tell you what. Look. If you remember last week when we did this, I had a couple of little fumbles, couple of little problems.
butchered it. And he's taken his alcohol intake down, so he'll be better.
Well, I'm wondering right now if I go completely Joe Rogan on this and I
Go,
don't
Joe.
do the ad read.
Go, Joe.
I think I just talk about Fleet Network and what you need to
Yeah.
do down there.
Go on.
Okay, Fleet Network. If you don't know already and you would like to know, it'll save you money. It'll help your budget, and
We'll do
you can
those
get
things.
one of the cars that you want to get and drive around. I don't like cars. I just need somewhere to get from point A to point B. Fleet Network can do that for you while saving you money if you are employed by anybody.
Yep.
That is a qualification you need. You need to be an employee.
I'm one of those.
You could be an employer and it could help you, but employees, you go to Fleet Network, they sort your shit out, and then you get yourself a car, brand new one.
Yeah, you novated yourself a lease and you're away.
You just give it over to Frank and the boys. They handle it with your employer.
Everything. There's
It's
apps.
great.
You put expenses through there. They pay you back your money. It's all inclusive. You pay one fee for the month. So I don't know. You get down there. You get yourself an Isuzu car that I've got. It's fucking great.
The D-Max.
Yeah, the D-Max, Isuzu D-Max. You go, all right, here's your Isuzu D-Max. They say, here's the amount of money you need to pay a month. That's all we heard from you. That's all she wrote. There's the money.
Drive away,
There's
no
the
more
car.
to pay. Shit,
Well,
yeah.
there's some to pay.
There's obviously more to pay. It's an ongoing lease. That's the whole point.
You know what though? Last week I got my
Drive away, no more to pay until next month. You have to pay again.
I got my car serviced, so
Idiot.
I'm not with Fleet Network right now, and I'm working
You
towards getting a fleet service.
Yes.
When I got my car service, I dropped it off, did all that stuff. The guy was showing me all these forms. I was like,
Oh,
how much
you
am I
gotta
going to
pay
pay?
this,
He's like,
you
doing the
gotta
extra
pay
$45. The oil thing. I was like, man, I don't know anything about this. I should just be with
Just
Fleet
bundle
Network.
it all in one cost and give it to
Exactly.
me. But yeah, pay this. You got to pay this. How
So-
about you send some money here?
Lesson learned.
Idiot,
Lesson
Dan.
learned. I'm going to call Frank and the boys.
Fleetnetwork.com.au to choose your next vehicle and leave the rest to their dedicated team of experts.
You said it, we read it.
If it's good.
If it's good. Look, I reckon there's been a little fallout because we haven't been putting in every single email. Like if you send it, we read it. We started this when like day one of the podcast.
Yeah.
We wanted an email basically because
Pretty much someone email us.
no one gave a shit.
So he's made himself an email.
Anything that
And he's
came through, we read them, and yeah, that's how it went. Now we've had to moderate a little bit because literally the entire podcast would be
Inundated.
hello@backchatpodcast.com.au if you want to get something read out. Now, Nick, if possible, can you have a look? I did see the run sheet. I don't think there was an email on there that I wanted to read out. I'm going to have a little look while Dan reads
Okay,
one.
I'll
see
read
if I
this
can
first
find
one.
It was about potentially about a band or a song. Can we chuck that
Yeah,
in
we
too?
got it.
Okay,
'Cause I reckon it's worth it.
cool.
Read.
This is obviously thanks to Leadville Cameras,
Oh, shit. Of
Lydio,
course, yeah.
and the crew
Lydio
over
and the
there.
crew down there, yep.
Last week, one of our staff tripped over a camera. Well, I don't
Jaden
know.
did. Jaden did. It was a
Jaden.
second camera. It was a second lens that
Second
he's
time
broken.
in 2
Let's
weeks.
not keep him anonymous. Like
He's
we
there.
put poor Nick in, like,
Yeah.
on a hostage stand in front of the because he didn't press the record button.
Yeah.
Jaden's getting into those areas.
Yeah, he's yanked over a camera. It's smashed on
Twice.
the floor. A
Twice
lens.
for the second time.
Nick got sent to the gallows for not pressing
Wow,
record.
correct.
Yeah.
I reckon it's going to be Nick v Jaden in the gallows. Call
Yeah.
of Duty
Yeah.
style.
Tag team.
That's
Me
the
and
pre-fight.
Lydio.
That's the pre-fight before Lydio and Dan.
The card's looking pretty good.
Yeah, the
Right.
cards
Being
looking
honest.
stacked.
So Jaden's fucked up again.
Yeah.
And what? How we solve
I
it?
emailed Frank at Leadville Cameras
Yeah.
and I said, mate,
Frank and Lydia.
and Lydio, we've got a lens issue. He's like, leave it with me, get you sorted.
Jaden's got a lens issue.
Yeah. And we're recording the podcast today. We've got cameras working. So thank you, Leadville Cameras. Go
Did they
there.
pull those
see the
lenses
video.
out of there?
Oh, absolutely. Just
Right.
last minute help. They're absolute legends over
Is there
there.
a microphone working over there? Can we? Do you want to say a big thank you to Leadville Cameras, Jaden? Maybe like I don't want to hear an apology. I just want to say, just maybe a thank you, Leadville Cameras, for fixing up my mess.
Thank you, Leadville Cameras, for fixing up my mess.
Thank you,
Very
Jaden.
good,
Yeah,
Jaden.
well
Thank
done,
you.
Jaden.
All right, first email here is from Terry. It says, hey,
Terry.
legends, love the pod. I've absolutely binged over the last 6 months to get right up to the current episode. Well, bloody done.
Nice.
That's a lot of listening, Terry.
Due to my inability to get through a sentence without a stutter, I can relate, I thought I'd save myself a fine and deliver my fine to the pod the old-fashioned way
I like it.
through the
Oh,
email.
so we've got a big combination here.
I'm throwing out a $2 fine to old mate Albo and a further $2 to the greater Australian media.
Wow.
Well, it's great to hear everyone getting behind the Tillies, and I love a cheap day off as much as the next lad.
Yeah, we do.
Where's the celebration for the other women's teams absolutely killing it in Australia? Where's our public holiday for the Aussie Diamonds taking out their 12th Netball World Cup?
Yep, with no bonuses.
Filling
at
the
that.
cabinet and
I've seen
holding
that.
every trophy available in international competition. Where's the street parade and pay packets for the women in Aussie cricket who hold the Tillies in every format of the game? Who hold titles in every format of the game? Poor form, Albo. These ladies deserve a national day. Now, gents, you claim to be all about backs. After all, backs win premierships.
That's correct.
That's why I was shocked, exasperated, and bewildered that homegrown WA talent Courtney Bruce didn't get an ounce of support from anyone on the pod for her defensive player of the tournament accolades, aka the best backman in the world. Better chuck an extra $1 to round it to a nice fiver, I think, for letting down a gold medal backwoman. Cheers, lads. Terry.
Tez, well done, mate. That's a fucking good email.
Yeah.
And a good fine.
Can't fault it.
Can't fault it.
And you normally can rebut, but we're not going to.
Happy to put our
Yeah.
hands up and donate the $5.
Shout out to Courtney Bruce, best backwoman in the world.
Do we find that email on the? Yeah, great. Is that in there? Is it?
Oh yeah, do you want to read this?
No.
Okay.
I just liked it.
Hey, BackChat boys, hope you're well. I just released my first album under the name Worst Vibes, and I reached out to a publicist to get a quote to help me spread the word.
Yeah.
They quoted me $2,500, and I said, nah, don't worry about it, because BackChat have you send it, we read it. It's a clause in their podcast, and I figured this is more bang for buck. Just search Worst Vibes on Spotify. It's a big dumb rap album with a heap of early 2000s nu metal references, and you might ask, what is the link to football? I recorded in my back room under a framed signed Carlton jumper. So if there's any Carlton fans who also like pre-workout and nu metal, follow Worst Vibes Band on Instagram, and we can talk about how much of a difference David Cunningham and Jack Martin playing together is making the team. Thanks for the shout out, Osco. Did you ever play Levi Casbolt? If so, how was he to play on? Thanks heaps.
I don't know.
Did you ever play on Levi Casbolt?
Playing Pouring Rain by Worst Vibes. Emotional. Is this the right thing? Right? I thought there was metal vibes.
We'll just wait and see.
I'm going to fast forward.
Just to watch me mumble, fumble, drop the ball during my set. How many levels do you think by now there is above me electronically? Not vocally, cause I can't hit a note and he can float emotional boats on a river.
Very good.
Of rich melody, but not me.
Very good.
It's god awful.
Look him up.
Not right with anything. Boys, what are you doing? What's happening?
There's people out there love it. If you've heard that and you thought, that's finally enough, I've heard my sound that I like, Worst Vibes on Spotify.
What I do like about it is fucking the BackChat fan. That's what I do like about that song.
Yeah, get around them.
That's what I
We
like
know how many
about that
listeners
song.
we have. Everyone go listen to Worst Vibes now, one song, and we'll see
Best
their
vibes
listens
ever.
go up.
G'day, lads.
Oh, fine.
And
So you go.
Hammer. Cole Ostomy here. Just a quick $2 fine for Hammer.
Yep.
Mate, you called Carlton the worst team you've ever seen.
Yep.
Since that stage, they've gone on to win fucking 8 in a row.
Yeah, I did
now,
say
I've
that.
listened to my fucking mate talk about how good Carlton are.
Yeah.
Your fault. $2, mate.
No, fair enough.
Shit out.
Cop it.
Can't argue with the cost of
Thanks,
it.
Colt.
Hey, fellas. Jacob Waterman speaking. Just a $5 fine for Scuzz for not already having had the original BackChat Squawk Talk member on the podcast
Who was that?
in the big dog Cal Morton.
Cal Morton. Is that it? Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
We're going to get Carl on.
Have we told the Jake Waterman here story?
Yeah, I believe that's how he knows that.
Fucking hilarious.
G'day, Jake Waterman here. In the COVID.
There were
COVID
50
Group
Jake
chat?
Waterman, 800 AFL players, and 50 of them were Jake Waterman.
G'day, guys. Jake Waterman here.
Oh,
Hey everyone, except that bloke that forgot to record the podcast. Yes, we haven't forgotten. It's your boy Sloptimus Prime here. I just wanted to give out 3 quick finds. I'll smash them out real quick. Don't stress. You know how to smash them out quick, don't you, Daniel? Anyway, first one's
I
for
have 2 children,
Scully.
so.
Since you've become a journo, you have zero passion for the West Coast Eagles as a former player. It's disrespectful.
No, it's not
And
your shit.
also, you say the word dour way too much. It's like you discovered this new word and you're like a 5-year-old child and you can't stop saying it.
fair enough.
Even if the definition of the word is incorrect in that sentence, you'll still use it.
Haven't heard you say it once.
Second
today,
one
That's a
is
dour
for
fine.
Adam Simpson.
Nice.
That one's pretty self-explanatory, gents. And the third one is for Trevor Nisbet. Also pretty self-explanatory.
Jeez.
Anyway, have a good day, lads.
Now,
Sloptimus Prime firing from the hip.
I love Sloptimus Prime's name.
Great
I
name.
love how he went about the fine. Prepared,
Prepared,
planned it.
concise.
but you want me to stop being so critical of the West Coast Eagles and no passion for them, yet you want to find the coach and the CEO. I think you've identified the reason that I'm perhaps don't have any passion
A
for the
bit of
West
an
Coast Eagles.
oxymoron there from Sloptimus.
Yes, but it was good. I enjoyed
Great
it.
find.
Shots fired. Hey, Carl Langdon's coming up
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
it's a
he is.
really, really, really good
Hammer's going
episode.
to go to work.
Hammer's
Yeah,
got to go to work.
I do
Sco,
have to go
you've
to
got to
work.
get to
I've
many
got the-
things
I've
and
got
the
the-
airport.
Oh, take,
Worst Vibes are coming back to take us out. Patrons, hang around because we did have something for you, patrons, that you said earlier. I
What's
can't
the
remember
song
what it
called?
was.
Is that called Sniper Wolf?
Can you play that over? I read the sponsors. Just
Sorry.
keep it going. Keep it going.
Keep it going.
Yeah, shout out Whippersnapper Whisky, August 24th, Woosher and Whisky.
Buy your
Come out.
tickets.
Buy your
Buy your
tickets.
tickets.
They'll be
Absolutely.
gone.
Margaret Reverse and Co. Go grab some coffee. BlueBet, Shelter Brewing Co. Leadville Cameras.
I wonder if we get
Swimply.
I wonder if we get copyrighted for this.
Yeah, probably. No, hopefully not. And Fleet Network, of course, powering the podcast for 2023. We bloody love you. Patrons, stick around, and
stick around.
we'll have a little extra for you.
Give me 3/4 of a part and I'll get a $3 bill.